everybody. Heading out to Sandy Point Park today. Basically fishing the Bay Bridge from a kayak. Now, in terms of gear I'll be using, I'll be trolling for the most part, at least to begin with, using a mixture of Berkeley Gulp 4-inch swimming mullets, bucktails, probably about an ounce. See if I can get down to a little more depth. I'll have the top water on just in case, but it's getting pretty late in the year. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how much top water action I'll see. But aside from that, I'll probably end up jigging the pylons as well. And I'm really hoping to cast to at least a few breaker fish. Oh, one more lure. I'll undoubtedly be using some type of husky jerk, medium to about a medium diver. In about the 5 to 7 inch range. Those thick baits seem to work really well for striper. So I'm going to use all those, see what comes out on top, and go from there. And hopefully the striper are cooperating. I'm fishing on an incoming tide today, I think till about 10 o'clock, so that should really help my chances. That's usually when the fishing is best up here. But there's no tell until we get there and check it out. But check back in on the GoPro once we get on the water. Fish on! A frickin' fish on! I don't know why, but I wasn't even really expecting a fish today. Hell yeah! Got that skunk out of the boat with a quickness today. Not a bad one either. Not a bad fish at all. Hell yeah. Woo!
Yeah. You can't tell I was a little excited to catch fish in December. This time I didn't realize how good the striper fishing stays. I didn't realize they would be around the Bay Bridge hitting pretty steadily through at least the middle of December.
Or so.
The ones around the rock piles seem to me to be a little bit more aggressive. But yeah, at this point here in December 4th, you see these gloves? If you're going to be out there in this kind of weather at this time of year, you need a good pair of waterproof gloves. And you need to dress for the occasion because it's definitely cold out here. You do not want to be wet out here. You need to stay dry, and toe warmers help as well. Yeah, these schoolies during this time of year are so thick. Man, you just gotta wade through them till you find the big ones, man. Yeah, just pretty healthy little fish, man. I love seeing that rod bend in the kayak when I'm trolling. I see a rod tip drop. Ooh, boy, I love it.
Found him. Definitely found him. Fish on, fish on.
So I usually use a swivel between my lure and the rest of the line just to minimize line twisting throughout its length.
Fish on.
Now this year, this is back in 2016, I had a lot more luck in 2016 trolling. And it's the opposite for me this year. I've had more luck casting. in the same areas comparatively. Very strange. I'm not really sure what that's about. At least I haven't around this location. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's that same thing, one after another. You're just waiting for that 20, 21, 22 incher to drop it. And drop that rod. But yeah, again, this is back in the day when I was taking pictures of every striper I caught. Because like this is the first year I truly started targeting them. And even then, it was only that I started targeting them in the latter half of the year.
It was a little better this time.
Especially on big water like this in Maryland. I've targeted striper a little bit down in Georgia on some smaller rivers, but actually I targeted on the lake there as well, but it's a completely different personality and type of striper fishing between Georgia lakes and rivers and the Chesapeake Bay. Very different.
He's got another one. Trolling subsurface.
It's so hard to get stripers on the release video because they usually shoot off like a rocket. I mean, they're either full of energy or they're completely worn out. Rarely do I find stripers that are in between. That's about a 7-inch bait this guy took, man. Little 16, 17-inch fish taking down a 7-inch bait. Wide profile bait too, not something skinny. Ridiculous.
Alright. It took a while, but I finally got a keeper.
Now, the way I was actually catching these last two fish,
Gorgeous fish.
I just had the rods in my rear rod holder. And I was just dragging it along right at the surface, not even trying to fish it, just having it far enough in the water to keep the bait moist because it has a gulp trailer. I mean, right there, right at the surface, smashing it.
This guy hit it right on the surface. Right on the surface.
So dangerous. So close to chopping that phone. Yeah, nice solid little fish right here. Oh, another nice shot of him.
Alright, before it dies, here's the one I just caught. I just caught him on my way in. Nice looking fish though.
Yeah, sorry about the audio going out here. My GoPro was dying. There she goes. Gotta slow it way down to get a good shot at them. Yeah, that's it for this one. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. And there's a whole lot in this series, so keep an eye out for that playlist of all my Sandy Point State Park and Chesapeake Bridge ones. But yeah, have a good one.